Alam mo ba, 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 alam mo ba? Alam mo ba, 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 alam mo ba? Alam mo ba, 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 alam mo ba? Alam mo ba, alam mo ba, alam mo ba?
Good day, how are you? I'm Almo, the host and creator of the Discovery Life. Please join me in the discoveries and introductions and more knowledge for your YouTube video viewers. I want to give fun and a little knowledge to you as a creative person. Come join me and let's learn the history of the PNR or Philippine National Railway. The Philippine National Railways PNR, Filipino, Pambansang Daambakal ng Pilipinas, Spanish, Ferrocarril Nacional de Filipinas, is a state-owned railway company in the Philippines which operates one commuter rail service between Metro Manila and Laguna, and local services between Sipocot, Naga and Legazpi in the Bicol Region. It is an attached agency of the Department of Transportation. PNR began operations on November 24, 1892, as the Ferrocarril de Manila-Dagupan, during the Spanish colonial period, and later becoming the Manila Railroad Company (MRR) during the American colonial period. It became the Philippine National Railways on June 20, 1964, by virtue of Republic Act No. 4156. PNR used to operate over 1,100 kilometers, 684 miles, of route from La Union to the Bicol Region. However, neglect reduced PNR's service. Persistent problems with informal settlers in the 1990s and natural disasters in the 2000s contributed further to PNR's decline. The government is currently in the process of reinvesting in the railway through numerous projects set to revive defunct lines and create new ones. History. Manila Railroad. Main article. Manila Railroad Company. Passengers posing in front of the Ferrocarril de Manila-Dagupan, c. 1885. The origins of the Philippine National Railways can be traced to Edmund Sykes's concession, the Manila Railway Company, Limited. Sykes was granted concession rights by the Spanish government to construct a rail line from Manila to Dagupan on June 1, 1887. The line opened as the Ferrocarril de Manila-Dagupan on November 24, 1892, and the Manila Railway Company was formally incorporated in Manila and in London. The Manila Railway was later renamed the Manila Railroad in 1906 and became a state-owned enterprise in 1916. By 1923, the MRR elected Jose Paez as its first Filipino general manager. By 1939, the MRR had 1,140 kilometers, 710 miles, of track throughout Luzon. However, the MRR's network and fleet was heavily destroyed during World War II. With most of the railroads rebuilt by the 1950s, the MRR initiated its transition from steam to diesel power. Flagship services with steam ended on August 12, 1956, while regular services ended in 1963. Not long after, the Manila Railroad was reorganized into the Philippine National Railways. Creation of the PNR and later decline. The PNR was created in 1964 through the Republic Act 4156 during the presidency of Diosdado Macapagal. According to the PNR's website, the agency experienced its heyday during its early years in the 1960s and early 1970s during the early years of President Ferdinand Marcos. It enjoyed thousands of daily riders in its system and had an expansive commuter rail network in and out of Metro Manila. The PNR later suffered from a multitude of reasons which contributed to its decline, including natural disasters and a lack of support from the government. Government funding during the 1970s were shifted to road-based infrastructure such as highways. On July 23, 1979, President Marcos issued Executive Order No. 546, which designated the Philippine National Railways as an attached agency of the then Ministry of Transportation and Communications. This, however, did not prevent the agency from suffering heavy losses. In 1983, underfunding has resulted in more cutting of services and the layoff of 1,000 employees, which resulted in protests the following year. The North Main Line was later closed in stages. In 1984, services were cut short to Paniki, Tarlac due to a bridge collapse. Services were then again cut short to Caloocan in 1988 during the term of President Corazon Aquino. However, commuter services were briefly extended to Malolos starting in 1990 under the Metrotren project and was later closed in 1997. When Ramos succeeded Corazon Aquino, he decided to rehabilitate the South Main Line from Tutuban to Legazpi, and appointed Jose B. Dato as the new PNR general manager. A railway system running from Manila to Clark was also set to be constructed in the 1990s, when Ramos signed a memorandum of agreement with Juan Carlos I of Spain for its construction in September 1994, but the project was later cancelled due to disagreement on the source of funding. Contemporary history. Rehabilitation. The government under the administration of Gloria Macapagal Arroyo actively pursued the rehabilitation of the Philippine National Railways through various investments and projects designed to revive Philippine rail transport, despite the numerous problems involved. Total reconstruction of rail bridges and tracks, including replacement of the current 35-kilogram, 77-pound track with newer 50-kilogram, 110-pound tracks and the refurbishing of stations, were part of the rehabilitation and expansion process. The first phase of the South Korea-funded Northrail-South Rail linkage project, converting all the lines of the Manila metropolitan area, were completed in 2009. On July 14, 2009, Gloria Macapagal Arroyo presided over the launch of the new diesel multiple units from Hyundai Rotem for the Philippine National Railways. As part of its new image, a new brand name, PNR Filtrac, was added and a new PNR logo was unveiled until the succeeding administration decided to revert to the original logo. The San Cristobal Bridge in Calamba, Laguna was rebuilt in May 2011. The Bicol Express train service was inaugurated on June 29, with a maiden voyage between Manila and Naga, Camarines Sur plus a return trip back to the terminus on July 1. This inaugural trip was marred by the collapse of the embankment at Malaguico, Sipocot. It was discovered before the train passed through and was repaired. The restored Bicol Express intercity service was offered on a daily basis, running mostly during night time. North Rail Project. Main article. North-South Commuter Railway Section North Rail. On September 14, 2002, a Memorandum of Understanding was signed by North Rail and China National Machinery and Equipment Group, CNMEG, for the North Rail Project. The North Rail Project involved the upgrading of the existing single-track to an elevated dual-track system, converting the rail gauge from narrow gauge to standard gauge, and linking Manila to Malolos in Bulacan and further on to Angeles City, Clark Special Economic Zone, Clark International Airport. The railway project was contracted out by the Arroyo administration in 2003 to China National Machinery and Equipment Corporation, CNMEC, for an original cost of $421 million. This project was estimated to cost around $500 million United States dollars, with China offering to provide some $400 million United States dollars in concessionary financing. Construction of the railway was halted, then temporarily continued in January 2009, and then stopped again in March 2011, due to a series of anomalies with the foreign contractor, before finally being scrapped in 2011 by the Aquino administration on lingering legal issues and corruption allegations. The project was later restarted as the North-South Commuter Railway in 2013. Current developments. The PNR is currently working to revive and revitalize the railway network with the establishment of the North-South Commuter Railway, from New Clark City in Tarlac to Calamba in Laguna. Also in the pipeline is the rehabilitation of the current South Commuter Line and the re-establishment of long-haul services to the south. After nearly 20 years, PNR reopened the Metro North Commuter Line, and launched the Caloocan de la Rosa Shuttle Line, on August 1, 2018. This would be followed by a steady expansion and reintroduction of rail services to the north, currently reaching to Malabon, which has not seen rail activity for nearly 20 years. A plan to reactivate the Carmona Line was bared as well, and the revival of cargo rail from port area, Manila to Laguna, is now being planned. On November 16, 2018, PNR became a provisional member of International Union of Railways. On June 14, 2019, PNR became ISO 9001 certified, ISO 9001, 2015, for railway repair, rehabilitation, restoration and maintenance, train control and rolling stock maintenance, station operation and other related services. The certification was announced on October 2, 2019. The PNR currently operates in Metro Manila and the neighboring Laguna province. At the last years of regular intercity service along the system's entire length in the late 1980s, it served from Tutuban to San Fernando, La Union on the North Main Line and Legazpi, Albay on the South Main Line. Various branch lines also led to Batangas, Cavite, Nueva Ecija, Rizal and Tarlac. One of the branch lines that led to Carmona was intended to be reopened by 2019. This was not yet realized as of March 2020, presumably due to the COVID-19 pandemic, among other developments. The PNR operates almost every day of the year unless otherwise announced. Special schedules via the social media pages of the agency and also in newspapers and other mass media. During Holy Week, a public holiday in the Philippines, operations are suspended for annual maintenance, owing to fewer commuters and traffic around the metro. Normal operation resumes on Easter Sunday. Subscribe to our channel for more engaging historical content and make sure to hit the notification bell to never miss an update. Like, share, and leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening voyage. That's it, my friends, and I hope I have made you happy and give me a little knowledge. If you like the content, I invite you to subscribe and hit the notification bell for new videos that I will release, and please like the video for help and support in discovering life. Thank you and God bless.
Alam mo ba, 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 alam mo ba? Alam mo ba, 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 alam mo ba? Alam mo ba, 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 alam mo ba? Alam mo ba, alam mo ba, alam mo ba?